Good morning. I have a bit of bad news this morning, and I want to preface this video with, I guess, a disclaimer so I can stop all the yeah that some people insist upon doing. My cat, Kate, is sick, and sorry, my arm just gets so tired doing this. I have had family members, friends, close friends, and loved ones who have been terminally ill with terrible diseases. So I realized that my cat being sick is not as important as that. It is not as scary as that. And if God forbid she dies, it will not affect my life the way that losing a close person to me has and will. There. I hope that satisfies anyone who thinks that it's ridiculous that I'm sad about my cat being ill. But, you know, such is the world today. Oh, do you hear her? Bless her heart. First of all, she's wheezing. And that meow that you're hearing right now is not her meow at all. Before y'all hate on me, she hates her cat carrier. Freaks out when I put her in it. This right here is calm. She doesn't like to travel, but listen to her wheezing. She's been sneezing and coughing and just mucus, and I guess it's just a cold, but of course I googled reasons why a cat would sneeze profusely constantly. I mean, last night there was hardly any break in her sneezing and this weird sound. I guess it's a cough. And it said, you know, my friend and I were talking yesterday, and she said, you don't go to the doctor for a cold, and I said, you're right, I don't. But then it's just gotten terrible where she can barely breathe. She's just lethargic. And when I googled reasons why a cat would sneeze, it said if it's just, you know, once every once in a while or once every hour or so, no big deal, she'll get over it. But if it's a profuse sneezing fit like she has constantly, then we need to go to the vet, and that's what we're on the way. I'm going to insert a little video I took of her yesterday so I could show the vet just in case her behavior changed. I know y'all think I'm an idiot, but I know how many times have you, mothers or fathers out there, had a child who was just running fever and sick as a dog, no pun intended, and then once you got to the doctor an hour later, they're fine. Well, that's happened to me almost every time I took Chisholm to the doctor. I'll insert it right here. I think hers is sick. Oh my. Bless her heart. You sick, Katie cat? I'm sorry guys, I did not vlog any this afternoon. When I got back from the vet, I read a little bit on the side porch, and then I mowed the front and the middle, and then I did the back, and that is a booger bear to do. And people were like pulling up and laughing, what are you doing out there? Well, I got it done. It might not be as perfect as it is when Jason does it, but I did my very best. But the yard, you know, that's always been my job, and I actually like it. I think it's cathartic. I love mowing. But by the time I got done, it was time to jump in the shower and get ready for an appointment I have at 4:30 in a town that's about 30 minutes away. And I had to leave at 4 to get there on time. Well, I was texting the girl and saying, it's 4:05, I'm leaving right now. I had a wet head and no makeup on. So I threw on some makeup when I was driving down the road, and There's nothing I can do about this wet head. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But I'm wearing one of my Stitch Fix shirts that I got. I feel good because the yard is taken care of as much as can be done. And I weeded for like an hour. Not weed eated because I'm awful at that. I'd rather just not do it and then chop it up and make it look awful, which is what it looks like when I try. Oh, here comes the rain. Let me tell you something that has been brought to my attention that has made me really sad. I taught in this town that I'm going in for 8 years, and I taught kindergarten. I loved every minute of it. I loved teaching in this little town, in this school. It was a very poor community, but I would much rather teach these kids who love to be at school, love their teacher, than teach a bunch of little privileged children who have everything given to them. And I've taught both, so I can give an educated opinion from both sides. These kids, one in particular, I remember, came to school, and just like it was any other day, and we had been in school probably 5 minutes. His mama walked into my classroom just panicked, and I said, "What is wrong?" She said that Demario has strep throat, and she had taken him to the doctor the day before. He wasn't supposed to be at school. She did not set the alarm for them to get up because she stayed at home from work with him, so they slept. Well, he snuck out of the house, got on the bus, and came to school anyway. He loved school that much. Now, she was a good mama and tried her very best, but home was not the best place for him. And it's really not the fault of her own. It was more so the fault of just the area, and he'd much rather be at school. Didn't that hit you? A 5-year-old sneaking onto the bus with strep throat, knowing how bad he felt? Anyway, I just adore those kids. I'm telling you all this because a couple of my babies from way back then have been arrested for various charges. So I got on this app called Mobile Patrol, where you can get on any county in any state and see who's been arrested. You know, it's got to be a breach of confidentiality or something, but anyway, people do it. I do it. I check this county. It's not the same county that I live in. I check this county on about a weekly basis to see, and this week, several of my babies or babies that were in kindergarten during my tenure at that school were on there for being arrested for simple possession. Now, I do not even know what that means. I assume drugs. One was theft. You know, it's just, it makes me so sad, and I'm trying not to cry right now. Gosh. I remember when these kids were babies. I remember when they were 5. And so sweet. And love school. Oh, I don't have a napkin. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I just remember when they were just 5 years old, and their life just, they were the light of my life besides my own baby, and just the most wonderful little babies, little boys, and here they are just victims of their surroundings. Now, don't get me wrong, there are just as many of the ones I taught from that school who have gone on to lead successful lives. You know, these kids are Chisholm's age, 22, 23 years old, and you can't just blame their surroundings. They can pull themselves up and choose to make better choices and choose not to be like some of the people that they were raised with, but sometimes they're just not strong enough. And when I look at those Mobile Patrol pictures, those mug shots, I don't see the 21-year-old thug. I still see that little tiny boy. I mean, most of them look just the same. I didn't even have to look at the name to know it was them. They look the same, just in bigger bodies. Oh, it just breaks my heart. And I wish I could follow them from kindergarten on up and just be their teacher the whole time, but I'm not smart enough. The upper grades, you know, probably 7th grade and up, that stuff gets tough now. I'd have to go back to school and study every night to be able to teach them. Okay. Sorry for my little crying spell. It just tears me up. I'm almost to my... Guys, well, for some reason I did not end the vlog yesterday. I came home and I did some more things and I just didn't think about it. So I wanted to show you as an end to what I have been working on for several days. When I upload a video, it's usually a combination of a couple of days. So this is like 3 days worth actually. Let me show you what I did in between rain bursts all day yesterday. I decorated for the 4th of July. Now this is my little porch, my side porch. Which this stuff is just from when it got wet and I laid it there. I put some little pinwheels in my pots. And I did one here too, but you can't really see it. Worked outside like I usually do every single day. And hung my 4th of July flags. This piece on my door is something I made myself. Those circular things are sold at Hobby Lobby as placemats, and so I took them, hot glued them together, and I painted the decoration on it and put it on my door, and I love it. I use it every year. It's a lot cheaper than having somebody make something for me that, you know, I can do myself. And I hung, well actually Chisholm and he held a ladder while I hung it. I hung my little flags on every single window. Here's something else I did. I was going to show you the whole house. Let me show you something else I did. I wanted to make some pillows that kind of went with my 4th of July theme, and I couldn't find any, so I bought some just pillow covers for $5 each. That's a steal. And some of you who are better seamstresses than I am could have made that, but I think buying the fabric would have been just as expensive as buying the pillowcases. Okay, let me show you my little house. Oh, you can see the whole thing from where I am. Doesn't it look cute, if I do say so myself? I love this little house. Y'all just don't even know. I'll probably live here the rest of my life. But just get the inside looking like I want it to look. Okay, that's it, guys. Yesterday, my best friend got me out of the house and I actually went somewhere. Chisholm had been fussing at me because I don't go anywhere. Y'all see me running errands during the day, but when it comes to the evenings, I cook supper and I stay at home. He was like, "You've got to get out and do something." So Susan asked me to go to Jackson with her, and we just had a big time. It was fun. And I found some deals for him, some shorts that he gave me some money for, and $10, $9.99. Then I had a coupon, and I got a discount. So I got him some shorts for less than $9, and they were good looking shorts. Anyway, I'm about to return some things that I got that don't fit and I didn't need to buy. I'm just gonna take them right back and stick to my budget. That's the grown-up thing to do. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you a few days later. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.